I'm off to a little bit of a slow start right now, but I'm gonna get everything moving. Um, I was just thinking about some things. One of them things was in order to operate at a better capacity or um, in order to operate at your best, in some instances, you're going to need those examples. Um, Me and my cousin, we were just talking the other day about, the lack of examples that we had and the things that we had to learn, the hard way as a man. Um, and a lot of that come from the examples. It comes from the different things that you were involved in. And, a lot of people that came up with me, you know, outside raised us pretty much. Um, that's not to say that parents neglected us or anything, but just the generations were a lot different. Not saying that there weren't families that didn't hold those values and marriage and different things like that, but definitely the climate was a little bit different about time my generation came around. So sometimes lack of examples, while it could seem like, a person is making an excuse with that, uh, that's literally one of the things that holds some people back or stagnates some people. If you never see, what you need to be doing or get exposed to different knowledge, um, for instance, there was a business program that I found out about, and they help you with certain things, and I'm like, well, how long has this place, had something like this, and how come different people aren't, letting other people know that? Uh, and at times it could feel like some people are gatekeeping with certain things, or um, certain people want to prop themselves up, but I don't want to go to those extremes because I don't use a little bit of information to try to pass judgment on a person. Um, True example with that online, I can watch 10 clips and somebody will take one clip out of something and make that my personality or what I'm all about. And so, um, that's one thing that if people actually are around me physically or see me operate, they understand that I do. I try to take everything in, and sometimes that leads to me, giving people too much grace at times, which I don't necessarily think is wrong with that because, um, you would extend as much grace as you feel like, you need. But at times having the wrong people around you and different things like that um, could also stagnate you and get into those different points and seasons where you need, um, better examples. Um, I was glad that I actually took some time to stay with my friend when he was operating his sales company, and we were selling DirecTV because that opportunity um, gave me a lot of skills that I really didn't have, like social skills, being able to talk. Like I'm still the same person, but um, certain things like that forced me to come out of my shell. And so I'm grateful for those opportunities. But um, I would say for a lot of different people within my community, it's always the examples that are being set and why some things are held back from the black community. And a lot of people don't want to acknowledge those things. They want to go straight to, the behavior. But, Jesus said the axe is laid at the root of the tree. And so if you can't get to what the root of the issue is, you probably never going to understand what the problem really is. Um, and so, a lot of things, their knowledge base is going to come through experience or the right example being shown to you as early as possible. Um, and some people squander those things as well, but I definitely believe that the more early you get information, and that could be financial, Um, that could be the example in the home, different things like that. The quicker you get to that information, or um, you're able to see hands-on examples and able to learn from them and pull from them, that's going to put you in your best position. And so, just something I was thinking about. Don't always demonize people. Don't always take things out of context. Use one thing to try to make your point about something. Because a lot of people don't understand. We only see certain parts of things. And so, I see a lot of times different people who don't understand the black community or who don't engage with the black community. They like to talk about, the condition of the black community. And you can't talk about the condition without, one, rubbing shoulders with some of these people. And as well, understanding that there were certain things that was kept from us and that put us at a disadvantage. And so I really think that, at home you get your first examples, and that is going to dictate a lot of different things. That's something, you know, um, an older guy taught me a while back. He said everything starts at home. And so it starts with making your bed, different things like that. If you don't have, like I said, if that's not implemented, things like that, or that's not a custom in the house, you're not going to build those habits, and you're not ultimately going to be able to build upon those good habits. And so, we always got to look to our examples, which is something I was thinking about before I get started. Peace.